friends and Prairie Vintage. My name is Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirits, my intuition, the tarot to communicate energies to you guys, fantastic viewers. If you guys are new to this channel, welcome. I'm so glad you guys finally found me. And those of you guys returning, I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful to do your reading again today. You guys are very safe and welcome in this space with me today. These are the decks we'll be using in today's reading. And I will put a link here to the deck flip-throughs for those of you guys who are interested in looking at these cards specifically. I do have some on that playlist. All right, so today's reading, we're looking at the person on your mind. Okay, this could be anyone at all. And we're looking at how is this person currently communicating about you to other people. Okay, so this could certainly be something they haven't shared with you, or it could definitely match what it is they're telling you, or this could just be something that they're outputting to other people in their world that doesn't really match. I don't know what we're going to see. Okay, if your person is not talking to anyone about you, it's like, what would they be saying to people about you and how would they express themselves? Okay, but I'll try to see whether it is something that's being communicated or something they wish they could communicate or how they would communicate given the opportunity, because I know that's all different depending on where you guys are at, okay? But I won't be doing energy checks, so it's really, really important that you use your own intuition for whichever pile feels like it's the right pile for you. And remember, we can cling to wishful thinking, or we can open up to the divine to get what the messaging actually is. And that's going to take you really having an open sort of dialogue between you and spirit and using your intuition to what feels like it resonates more. Okay, so we will do a 3-pile pick a card, and I will see you guys at your pick. Hello, gorgeous angels, your 3 picks. All right, so I did want to just thank you guys for the beautiful generosity, the donations, and those of you guys booking private readings. It is about a 3 to 4 day turnaround for readings, and I do really, really appreciate all of you guys reaching out. All right, so take a look at these 3 options. And I did talk about in the intro there how this reading will be pulling through. So it's important to use your intuition, beautiful people. And we will take a look at what this person is currently communicating or saying to people in the world about you and about this connection. If they were to communicate to anyone at all, how it would come out and what they would say. All right, so 3 options today to choose from. Option number 1 is this beautiful rose quartz heart. Option number 2 is this little jar. It's the little box of rocks, herbs in a jar. I think it's sweet grass, actually. And option number 3 is this beautiful labradorite carved peacock. Absolutely love labradorite, one of my favorite stones, and I love peacocks, as you guys know. So sit with this beautiful energy of all 3 piles, and it is important that we don't take words literally on the cards here, okay? I'm going to be channeling, so it's important that I pick up the energy of that card and that the word means something for me to channel. But if the word means something else to you, you could take it as a sign from the divine if you want, but I wouldn't hang on any word, okay? It's strictly there for me to channel from the divine. And since I'm the one channeling, it matters to me how the energy pulls through first and foremost, okay? So I will put a link in the description box and in the pinned comment below. It will take you directly to your pick, and I will see you there. Hello, gorgeous angels. Pile number 1, you guys picked the rose quartz heart stone. And let's get into your reading, shall we? So please go listen to the intro in regards to this reading. Do not take words literally here, okay? It's going to be just channeling energy. What would pile number 1's person communicate or is communicating to the people around them about pile 1 specifically? What are they saying? Are they saying anything at all? Spirit's clear and concise message for pile 1. The person they came here about. Thank you so much, Spirit. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 1. So we have blocked coming out. Now you guys can go click straight away on the timestamp if you want. Sometimes channeling does come through as I lay the cards. Okay, and like I said, do not take words literally on these cards. What would pile one's person communicate, or what are they saying to the people around them, family, friends, people in their world? I felt one flip here. Interesting. I don't see it. What is pile one's person saying, communicating? What would they be saying, communicating if they could? There it is. Ended up revealing itself. Pile number one's person. What are they saying to the people around them? Okay, that's my current favorite Oracle pack, Anagram. Absolutely love these cards. Pile one's person. What are they saying? I'm going to take the one that revealed itself. And I do feel there's more in this pack. Pile one's person. There's another one. Pile one's person. What are they saying? Okay. And we have 4 more Oracle packs. What is pile number one's person communicating or saying about pile 1 at this time? About this connection or about pile 1 specifically? Thank you so much, spirits. Please help me to channel this message in a way pile 1 will understand. Thank you so much, pile 1, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed to be here doing your reading. Pile 1's person, what are they saying? What are they communicating to their family, their friends, people in their life? Okay, I feel one more. So we have a lot of, oh, wow, a few more. We have a lot of cards here, okay? So I do feel we're going to also pull the tarot now as well. Pile 1's person, what they're communicating to the people in their world. And can we take a look at the back end as well, why it is that they're saying what they're saying, or anything we need to know about why they're saying what they're saying that may be understood or not understood by this person that is driving this sort of communication. Okay, beautiful. Wowzers, let's take a look. So we have the 4 of Swords. I'm going to read it in the way it's come through, and it's in reverse, okay? And we have the Empress in reverse. So we have Taurus energy, Libra energy, Divine Feminine, and we have Justice in reverse, Libra energy. Strong Libra in reverse. Okay. So it blocked, and we have Courting. And we have I'm always here for you. I miss our conversations and the sound of your voice. And we have our connection is complicated. There are issues out of our control. Okay, and we have bipolarity, 58, mental tendency, stress level, manic depression, borderline instability, versatility, I can never say this word, inconstancy, emotional imbalance, type 4, the individualist, emotional center between lack and abundance, with the number 4. So we have Emperor energy here, also more Libra and picking up. 97, virtue, growth level, number 7 with Temperance, Sagittarius energy. Also some Cancer. It says moderation, sobriety, realism, restraint, simpleness, and rooted hope. Type 7, the enthusiast, thinking center between pleasure and pain. And we have I don't react when people mention you. And you speak to me through music. And I hid who I really am from you. And we have surprise feelings. And we have I feel you even though we are apart. And I want to feel that way again. Seek professional advice. Sex with you, number 6. And I dream about you a lot, too much, number 7. And the Ace of Cups. And we have number 5, I can't even look at you right now. And number 2, I still don't have all the answers. And we have, I need to sort things out first before I can come to you. And don't pressure me. And we have breaking point. I am reaching my breaking point. I feel pushed to make a decision. And we have compulsion ideal number 3 with success, accomplishment, prosperity, fame, glory, victory, and achievement. Card number 3, type 3, the achiever, emotional center between appearance and authenticity. So 3 could definitely be Empress. I'm also feeling 6 Wands energy, which some of you guys could have been pulled to pile number 3. Could be your energy in one pile and your person in another. Keep an open mind about that, okay? But I am feeling that energy pulling through. Don't force it. Don't pressure me. I feel pushed to make a decision. Okay, dating. I'm back into the dating scene and making the effort to move on. And I never expected to fall in love. Okie dokie. So let me sit with this energy, beautiful people. Okay. I don't feel for this pile that this person is actively going out of their way to talk about you. In fact, they want to forget about you. And why they want to forget about you is because of the way they were unjust, that they know, whether they're admitting it to themselves or not. I think for a lot of them, they're still not quite admitting and conscious of their own role and how they treated you or what they did that wasn't good in this connection that resulted in a separation. I do feel for you to confirm whether this is your person or not. There is a separation, and I feel like it wasn't pretty. It wasn't just we drifted apart. You know, this is like this person acted out or did something. You didn't trust them, or they treated you unfairly, poorly, made a poor decision, were probably selfish, didn't choose you, chose someone else, or did something foolish. And then you had enough at some point in time. Okay, so I do feel for a lot of you guys, there was either ghosting, they ghosted you, or you blocked them, or they blocked you, or there was some thing that didn't go very well. Okay, but it was really driven by their action. So they're in the process. And what's this process? It's the in denial stage, that they don't fully accept what they did here was a result of why you guys are no longer sort of involved. And if they know that they were the ones that ghosted or ran, it's like they don't, what they're in denial about isn't the running or the ghosting. It's like how much energy or why it was that I engaged the way I did, and how much energy is sort of in the surface here that needs to be addressed and acknowledged as to the driver of this action, because there's more reason why this person did what they did that they're not seeing, accepting, or understanding. So they're seeing something to a certain level, and then when it becomes too hurtful to admit a truth or to peel back something within them, that creates something they can't handle because it's emotionally too revealing about who they are, they shut it down. And so this is why they wouldn't talk about you. But if people are coming towards them, I do feel like this person's going to change the subject, make it so that it appears that you guys just didn't work out in whatever way. And that who knows, in the future, there might be some opportunity, and that they are a good guy or a good person here, that, you know, there's no bad blood between you and them, and that they would be cordial. They'd support you. They're your friend. They're there for you if you did need them. But pile number 1 isn't reaching out. They don't really, it didn't work, or we're not aligned right now. And so there's no, like, they're painting it like nothing really bad happened, or there's no real enemy here, you know? But inside, this person knows what did happen between you and them was driven from some malaction. And so I do feel like this person, for some of you guys, okay, but I think you might know of this. They might be still engaged superficially with other people, courting, dating. Maybe they still have their profile up in dating apps. I don't know anything about that. Okay, but that's coming through for some of you guys, whatever dating apps or whatever. It's like still engaged in just seeing kind of what's out there. But I feel it's very, it's sort of passing time and trying to get them to forget and avoid having to look at themselves. And so I do feel like this person is really hung up on how they appear. And so because of this history with you, if people would know how it really went down, or if they really accepted the truth of how it went down, then they wouldn't in their mind appear like somebody who is in the right or did the right thing. And they don't want to admit that. They want to appear as somebody who did the right thing, who didn't do anything bad, who's making active choices aligned with what will win for them, winning in a relationship and making them, I don't know, whatever, like win. And so I do feel like this person has a heavy energy within them that I feel is being generated from the past action that they did to you, that is coming from you. Now, I'm not saying that you're the one, messaging this person to admit what they did or getting on their case, but it's like there's an energy here within them that's like, I need to right this wrong. And the more I avoid it and the more I suppress it and the more I pretend as though I did the right thing or made the right choice and it was fair and just and it was the right thing to do, the more it's building up within them that they have to make things right again. And so I feel like it's building up and it's going to come to a point where this person is going to have to address this within them. Now, this does not necessarily mean that they're going to come to you and say, I'm so sorry, I was wrong, and let's clear the slate. This could just be a breaking point. I was wrong, and now I need to look at myself authentically. What did I do in regards to this connection that I learned from, or that's the reality of a situation here? So I could get real with the situation and myself. Because there's something out of balance here when it comes to this person's emotions that creates this sort of reaction and connection that was really brought about with your connection with this person that they aren't seeing or resolving or understanding. And this is what they're having to work through and understand. And so this experience was something to wake them up. And for some of you guys, this understanding of it will make them want to come forward to express to you, that they're sorry, but it's also so that they can be in an energy that is workable with you, with this temperance. And I need to sort things out before I come to you first. Okay, so if you guys are in a karmic contract or an agreement of sorts here where there's more to unfold and there's a real enmeshed energy here with this person, because I do read for soul connections and I know some of you guys are really tied to this person's progression, then it's like that will come once they deal with the part of themselves that has to be tempered or looked at, or they have to be real about this. Because if they were to come forward to you, nothing was resolved and it would sort of create another instance here where they were unjust or where you have to block them, or, it'd be like a forced trying to make you and them work when nothing was healed or understood or resolved in the back end. So I feel like this person is putting on the coat to them and to other people that they're kind of a good guy in some way and that they're not painting you out to be bad or anything like this, but they're not acknowledging the truth of what they did, because I feel like what they did here was something that wasn't very stand up. Okay. And so I do feel like this person, like I said, for a lot of you guys, they're definitely not in the stage of accepting the truth of what they did or seeing that part of them. And so they're avoiding any tie to your energy because of that buildup here. So it's like anything that reminds them of you or something that comes up that reminds them of what they did that was unjust, It's like, I don't want to look at this right now. And so I'll shift my energy towards something else instead of really seeking to understand or like engaging with people who could give them, impartial advice, who know them and say, yeah, like you might have done the wrong thing, or maybe you would consider doing this. Like, they don't want to be open to other people giving them advice or telling them what they did wrong, because inside it doesn't feel right. Like, they were driven by an imbalance of some emotional unresolved thing that needs to be dealt with or healed. For all of you guys is different, but it could be whatever, avoidance, needs to feel love. Some of you guys experience sex without love with this person, and this doesn't mean they never cared about you, period. This is just like they used and abused you in some way, or they were physically intimate with you and then it sort of didn't mean much of anything, or just there's this sort of thing. I can't connect to love. I can't nurture and receive and give in a balanced, tempered way. I need to heal this about me and understand why it is that I'm sort of superficial in some way, because I feel for a lot of you guys, it's like they want the physical connection, but then it's empty and it doesn't fulfill something or scratch some itch, because we all want to be loved deeply, in the soul, and accepted and received and fully fulfilled. This isn't fulfilling how they engage in a relationship. I also feel for a lot of you guys, if it isn't just physical sex here, like how they did, it's like they're still seeking, to be accepted. But then when the rubber meets the road, or when the going gets tough, it's like they pull away, and this is their MO. Okay, it doesn't mean that they're hoish or sleeping around, but for some of you guys, it's like that is fulfilling me for now, but I wonder why I keep sort of burning and turning, because I'm not being fulfilled, or I have a block here when it comes to unconditional love of self. So therefore I can't give and receive it in a abundant way. And so I create all these unfair situations with other people, and then I don't take accountability for it, and then I justify why it's happened, or I don't even, it's like, by not dealing with it, I just pretend like it didn't happen, because I don't think this person is justifying it was right. I just feel like this person isn't wanting to see it or acknowledge that way of being. And so I do feel for a lot of you guys, it's like, they were physically pulled to you. Again, doesn't mean that was all it was, but it's like, that's the part I will allow. And so as long as I keep getting welcomed into your world sexually, then I can engage in this way and forget about everything else, in which, of course, we would feel used. And so some of you guys might feel used, abused, or sexually taken advantage of, and even if it's not physical sex, it's like some superficial way that scratches my itch, that toots my horn, whatever word you want to use. And then it helps me sort of fill my bucket in a way, but this person has a big fat hole in it. So they can't quench the thirst. The bucket keeps, getting filled, and then there's an empty bottom. And so they would keep, like acting in this way and not learning. And so, but this whole thing here that I feel is like this person saying it's kind of out of their control, but it's really not. It's in their ability to ask more, dig in deep, but it's fearful when we go into our shadow. So I'd rather look elsewhere, but I feel like it's all about self-love and filling our own cup. And I do feel like this person has some idea out there for some of you guys that there's going to be another chance at it at the beginning here. They don't know how, they don't know why, and they don't know what they need to do, or they can't justify this idea, but they do know that it won't work in this energy. And it's like they need to understand this, and they're not prepared to look at this just yet, or admit that they have something to look at. And so what are they telling other people? If they are digging into this, it's like, yeah, me and pile one. Yeah, like eventually we might give it a go. Yeah, like we're still cordial. We might give this a go when it's time to kick it up a notch, or when we're both sort of looking at that. And it's like, what does that even mean? It's like in denial in some way, like the door's open there for you, and it's their choice whether they sort of want to level up and go and deal with you. And so Spirit is talking about something going on deeper that this person wasn't expecting, because I do feel like this person might have had a lot of engagement, now superficial dating, 3 cups type relationships where it never got deep, or very physical, sexual, and they're capable or able to disconnect and keep control of their emotions in some way. And with you, it was different, because I do feel like there is this falling in love that wasn't expected that created this emotional irregulation, if you will. But what is this emotional regulation? It's like feeling love and not knowing what it is, feeling emotions and then feeling out of control, feeling vulnerable and then not liking that feeling of being vulnerable. And so we put the brakes on, or we get too scared and we just like sabotage, or we shut down, or we block, or we act in a way that just puts up this wall, or does the opposite of what we mean. And it's all because this love was scary. This love was too much. This love was showing me something I wasn't ready to deal with. And so I can't look at this, but again, it's like at some point I'm going to understand this thing, and the choice will be here for you and I. But does this person think about you? Yes, I feel this person is really thinking about you, but it's really tied to their need and spirit saying to look at this part of themselves. So you and this thing they need to resolve or look at is enmeshed. So every time I think about what I did or how I am in that aspect, I think about you and what happened between you and I. And so I feel like this person almost cannot be free, cannot just go dating around or doing the same thing without this being in their face, and it's like at the same time, aside from that pain and that part of it, it's like it also comes intertwined with the feeling of softness and love. Like who doesn't want to feel that? Because there was a love here, despite how they acted, on top of the passion and the sexual drive or urges. There was a feeling you gave this person. And it's like, I know it exists now. And I know that I could have that out there now, And so when we know there's a love that exists in the world and we're the ones not aligned to it or doing, it's like we keep getting pulled by this greater thing we can experience. But if we don't feel ready to receive, or we're not healed in that house, then it's like, I don't get to experience the love. I don't get to experience the joy. I don't get to experience that part the way you made me feel, aside from the physical, because there was a way you made this person emotionally feel. Okay. And I feel these feelings came out of nowhere. It's like all of a sudden I started to feel in ways that I didn't understand. And it made me feel like I feel like this person might be so disconnected from knowing what that feeling is, that feelings of love come with feelings of fear intertwined. And so like you'd think where love feels good, but it's like it comes with a lot of fear, and it's like it comes with vulnerability, which also makes me fearful, which also makes me feel out of control, also makes me feel all these things I don't understand and feel safe about. And so they didn't tell you, and I feel in a lot of cases they still aren't telling you, and they're really hiding these true feelings from themselves and from you. And I do feel like through music, through movies, through words, and through energy, this person is reminded of you, because I do feel like this part of themselves, of what they did, comes through, and it keeps kicking them back to take a look at this. So it's like if they see, I don't know, like people like, getting physical or passion, it's like they remember this, and it comes with a whole string of things. And so you're coming through energetically for this person, or the experience you had with this person, in order for them to acknowledge and deal with this. And like I said, they're playing nonchalant, or like the true emotion isn't there. So they're not saying, oh, I don't like, or I'm avoiding pile one or that. They're just like, oh, yeah, pile one. Yeah, we're cool. Like it's really nonchalant, because it sort of makes them feel more in control. They don't want to say how intense their feelings are pulled by your energy. And so if they're like, oh my God, like, I don't know, pile one kind of made me feel all upside down, or made me so intense that I blocked them, or they got mad at me because I was like losing my shit. Like, no, they're not going to say any of that. All they're saying is like, yeah, pile one. Okay. Like whatever happened between me and pile one, was the thing. And hopefully we learn from it. And in the future, we could work things out potentially here, depending on how it goes. And that's the end of that. Okay. But if somebody, maybe their buddies, were to talk about, I don't know, physical Maybe they have positive things to say about them experiencing physical with you for some of you guys, because that they can talk about. That is something that makes them feel like, oh, I got to tap that, you know? I know that sounds very crass and definitely not how I speak here, but I'm just saying, like, that is okay. But how dare me talk about anything when it comes to my true feelings here? So twisted, definitely. And if they could not talk about you, they will not. In fact, I don't feel there's a whole lot of talking about you, you know, and if there are people bringing you up, or if you're coming about in conversation, it's going to be rebutted or confronted with this sort of energy. But behind the scenes, like, look at this breaking point. I can't take it anymore, you know, but it's like, it is really this need to deal with and look at what they've done. So pile number 1, this is your reading. I love you guys very much, and I will see you at the next one. Bye-bye. Hello, gorgeous angels. Pile number 2, you guys picked the little glass jar with the sweetgrass. I do believe it's sweetgrass. A little box of rocks. I don't know if they still exist, but that's where this came from. So we're going to look at the person on your mind. What is this person saying about you to their family, their friends, people around you, if anything at all? Okay, so hopefully we can gauge exactly what they are saying, why they're saying it, and whether it is truthful or not truthful, or, you know, why it's coming out the way it's coming out. So beautiful angels, pile number 2. I'm kind of wishing maybe I did 4 piles here, but if you don't get anything, then probably no message here for you today. Okay, but definitely go listen to another pile if you don't connect. So it's important to use your intuition as to what this person's about. Okay, so pile number 2 is person. What are they saying to people around them about pile 2? What are they saying, if anything at all? And sort of why are they saying it? What are they saying? And why are they saying it, spirits? And what is the truth about what they're saying? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 2. Spirit, please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 2 in this connection. Thank you so much, Spirit, for this message. Please help me to deliver this message in a way pile 2 will understand. Well, thank you so much. And pile 2, very important. You do not take the words literally. Okay, the words are here for me to channel what it means to me, not what it means to you. So if you want to take words literally, you can, to confirm it's your pile, but leave the channeling to me based on what comes through energetically for me, okay? So Spirit, clear and concise message. Pile number 2 is person they came here about. What are they saying exactly about pile 2, if anything at all? What would they say? What are they saying? And why are they saying it? Do they believe it? What are they saying? Well, lots of cards for you guys, pile number 2. What exactly is pile 2's person saying about pile 2's person saying about pile 2? What is pile 2's person saying about pile 2 to their family, friends, people around them? What do they want people to believe, and why are they saying it? Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of this connection, Spirit, and the viewer. Thank you so much. We're so blessed to be here. I do feel one more, because why not? Getting really hot, you guys. I might have to open the window. Okay, let's get all of this Leaning Towers out of my way. So we're going to pull some tarot as well. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of beautiful pile number 2. What is their person saying to people in their world, their family, their friends, people who ask them about pile number 2? What are they saying? And why? Thank you so much, Spirit. Okay, we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. We have Strength in the upright, Leo energy, and we have the 7 Pentacles in reverse. Okay, let's keep going. So we have our paths will always reunite. And we have I need you to help me. And we have I lost myself for a little while. And we have dispute 27, avoidance, ego level, dispute, confrontation, villain role, quarrel, breakup, divergency, make a choice. The number 9. Type 9, the peacemaker, instinctive center between forgetting and asserting one's self. I'm feeling Virgo, Cancer, and Pisces, and some Libra. We have 81 with disintegration, stress level, rumination, provocative, anxiety, fear, doubt, inaction, loss of self-trust. Number 9 and 6. Type 9, the peacemaker, instinctive center between forgetting and asserting one's self. 2 cards in regards to asserting oneself. Okay, so we have rebound. I just need someone to help me get over the pain of losing you. And we have helpless. I feel trapped by my circumstances. There's nothing I can do. And we have one last chance. And we have not fitting, sorry, it says not fitting well. And I thought it said not feeling well, but it is not fitting well. And there's a blob in this heart cookie cutter. Not fitting well. Okay. And it says, I look for you everywhere. And I wish I could share my good news with you. And WYD, what are you doing? And we have falling in love. And we have, I am afraid for getting too serious. I was hurt before. And I hope our paths will cross again in the future. And I think that you are better off without me. And we have, please forgive me, I know I messed up. And we have, I want a fresh start with you, with a 1 here. Mercury energy. So I'm feeling communication from this, but I'm feeling Virgo and Gemini energy. 3, there is someone else. Remember, don't take words literal here, okay? It's just the 3rd energy here. 15, I am obsessed with your body. So 15 is Capricorn energy. 6, I am absolutely in love with you. And we have yes. And we have now is not the time. And we have strength, ego. And here we have strength as well, Leo energy. And we have, I'm a very jealous person. I just heard Jesus as well. So this person could certainly be religious. I'm a very jealous person. Okay, and then we have, do you even see me that way? Okie dokie. So let me sit here with this energy and see what it is this person is communicating or saying to people. Okay. Okay, there's so many layered messages here, and I don't think they're all for every one of you guys because there's some that are very specific. So really just take what that resonates with your story. Okay, but there is an overall that should resonate for everyone. The overall here is about somebody who doesn't feel at your level. Okay, now this isn't somebody potentially who is going around saying, oh, I suck, obviously, but this is somebody who is really feeling incapable of giving you what it is they feel you deserve. And so what are they telling people here is like, they are telling them that you and this person are, working towards coming together at a point in time when it can work. So in other words, they've already concluded that it's not working. It's already concluded that you and this person, can't make it work right now. And I don't think they're volunteering. Why? Is because I'm not good enough or I don't have the thing. But it's like they're telling people it's not working right now. We're not set up right now to make it work. For whatever reason, now's not the time. And underneath this, if people were to actually get to the truth of why it's not working, is because this person has some healing to do in regards to their own self-worth and feeling worthy and feeling like they can provide to you more. Okay, I do feel this person loves you or is falling in love with you, depending where you're at with this person energetically. Okay, I do feel there's love here. I feel like they know that they love you. So if they're not sort of experiencing this unconditional love, because remember, unconditional love has really nothing except for just accepting people as they are and how they are and coming from a heart space. But if we have a lot of trauma, if we have a lot of unhealed things, we're not quite sure, what is love, what is devil, what is obsession, what is what. So if we have low self-esteem, if we have troubles with our own self-love and self-worth, how could we possibly be available to give love to another? But they believe they're in love with you. Okay, so they're telling people that they're talking to you, but they're downplaying that there's, there's something here. I'm talking to pile two. We're talking, we're working through things. So they're not saying that they're not talking. They're also not saying I'm completely obsessed here. But this person feels in love and obsessed with you. Okay, this is with your body. Because I do feel like this is more of a dependency on you as a person in their world. So this isn't necessarily sexual or like they want to get physical with you, although for some of you guys they do, or they have. But this isn't what I'm picking up here. I'm more the physical thing that you represent in their world is an unhealthy way that they're attached or connected to this love or to you, to make them see something about themselves that is questioning their own confidence. And so I feel like this person is putting a lot of weight on you in a way here that makes them feel a certain way. I need you to help me. So it's almost like they're not telling you like, hey, help me, I'm hopeless. But it's like, I don't feel confident. I don't feel strong. I don't feel, like up to your level. So I cling to you in some way or your energy to make me feel better. So I use you in a way here that makes me feel good about myself. Like all signs point to yes when it comes to you and me feeling it with you because it makes me feel more confident. But now is not the time because I do have a lot of fears about being seen for my inadequacies. And so I do feel like this person is holding themselves back from exploring this further or leveling up any further or even taking a chance on this, period. And why is because this person feels if they ruin it, they only have one shot at you. And so they'd rather hold back from this shot until I could take my shot and score. Okay, I'm not talking sexually, I'm talking about like score. Then I don't take the shot at all. So I feel like this person's giving up, not putting in the energy, the right type of energy. I feel their ego is the type of ego here that tells them they're not good enough. The story, the attachment they have to who they think they are. Incapable, not at your level, nothing to provide. You're better off without me. And so once I'm more puffed up, once I have more to offer, then we could come together. And so what are they telling people? It's like, eventually me and Pile 2 will work it out. Eventually we'll try this more serious. But, right now I'm sort of just day in and day out. But it's like, why? Is because I was hurt before. It's like there is deep-rooted pain that's generating this lack of self-worth or self-confidence that needs to be looked at. To that, I don't think this person would say this or understand this. And I do feel like this person feels like they're incapable of giving you anything or being anything for you. And I do feel like this person, for some of you guys, it is coming through that if you are not with this person, they are just sort of filling your presence here with other people or things that make them feel good about themselves. So for some of you guys, it could be, dating someone else, but I think you would definitely know about it. But I'm really feeling the third energy is like this person depends on another to fill their cup or to make them feel valued. And if you're not there because you're my strength or you're my codependent thing that makes me feel better, because I really need you to help me, then it's like I'll have to settle with who's there. Like I'm getting 3 cups. So other people around, my friends, whatever. If it's dating, then it's like, so I date, or I don't know, drink, or I distract, or I just fill that void rather than looking at it and resolving it. I feel helpless in building that and looking at that shadow, because that shadow is not true. Okay. And now I feel like for some of you guys, this is where there's a lot of really nitty gritty details, and I'll kind of go through it fast because I don't know if it applies to everyone. Some of you guys might have experienced where this person left you for somebody else and they learned from that, and that's water under the bridge in some way. Okay. Because I feel like it was something that they did that they regretted, or it didn't work out, or it created a distance between you and them. Why did they do this? It was because they, again, the lack of self-worth here, wanting to be validated and feel good. And so the more people who made me feel more valued and up there, and it maybe would make you see me better, like me being more desirable. If someone else has interest in me, then I'm more desirable. The more cool I play it with you, the more you want me. Okay, so there were games being played by some of these people. But I do feel for a lot of you guys, this person isn't even playing games because they just feel like, what's the point? I'm hopeless, I'm helpless, and they just didn't even try. Okay, but for some of you guys, there was game playing, and the game playing was really so that they could appear better to you. And for some of you guys was so it makes me feel better about myself when I'm more desired by other people. And for others of you guys, it's like I distract myself with what's there, what's present, what makes me feel good. So it's like light relationships, because they don't require lots from me. I show up, it makes me feel good. There's no pressure for me to be more or do more, or like put myself up there to compete in some way. So some of you guys are separated from this person. This person wants back, and they want back, but they only want back, like I said, with this last chance. They really feel they have one last chance. And this is more true for those of you guys who this person did fuck up already, or who chose someone else, or who made a choice here that didn't sit well with you guys, and it created tension or separation, or you leaving. It's like, no, I can't do that again. And so it's not that this person wants to continue doing that, but it's like, now I need to be perfect, or now I need to get my game right. So I have one shot with pile number 2 that I totally can't fuck up, because I already fucked up too many times, or one time too many, or this is how they see you as someone who deserves perfection in some way here, whether it's real or not, I don't know. But they want this with you, and they do see it in the future, and they are telling people who ask them that there will be a future with you and them. Okay. And I do feel like with this jealous person, I feel like this person, because they don't feel at your level, they do feel a jealousy, but it is about you, your strength. It's like, I wish I could be that person for you, or mirror that side for you, or be like you, so that we could have the strength. And the more I don't feel capable or at your level, it's like the more I get, it's not resentful, but the more I see the deficiency in myself. And it's like an unhealthy way that I view myself. It's very apparent to me what I'm lacking when I'm in your presence. That's what this is telling me. And so the more I'm with you, the more time I spend with you, and the more you are, loving or kind or at your level, the more I see my deficiency. And so it's like, how could somebody like you show interest in me? Do you see me in a way here that is interested, that would want to be interested, that would invest? Okay, so this person thinks about you often. They also think about, especially those, again, where this person disappointed you by their action. It's like they did a self-fulfilling prophecy here. Okay, and like I said, some of you guys, it was outright dating a third party person, or just choosing something that was not as serious, and maybe giving off the energy here of, these other things are more important in my world. And then you just saying, well, clearly this person is not putting in the energy or the effort to nurture this connection. And now it's like looking back on the thing that they missed out on, or that they chose to choose that was not in line with the truth. And so now it's like I have one chance to get it right, because they created this conflict, they created the separation, this created this breakup, and they made the choice to do this. It was their choice, but it was really because I don't feel like me and pile 2 are at the same level, because I don't mirror what pile 2 deserves. So I don't think they're telling much about people. They're keeping it private, close to their chest, about the intensity of how they actually feel, and also the intensity of not feeling good enough or ready or prepared. But they are telling people that there is most likely a future with you and this person, that they are talking to you, and that, it could get, serious. I don't know if those are the words they use, but it's like, if people ask them, oh, so are you in love, or is there something more? It's like, they're not denying it. It's like, but downplaying it. Like, yeah, we've been talking for a while. And so like, there are feelings of love here, but they wouldn't say, oh, I'm obsessed and completely in love. It's kind of like, yeah, it's working towards that, or yeah, it's, we're in contact. Okay, now if you're not in contact with this person, I do feel like this person is painting a picture to people that you guys aren't separate, and that you guys aren't broken up, and that they're missing you. It's like, no, we're still sort of on good terms, but at some point when the stars align, we'll try again. It's like you're in agreement that there's going to be a chance here, that you guys are going to give it a chance with them, that you guys are going to somehow at some point in time work together. And this is known by you and known by them, and you guys are on the same page here. But it might not be necessarily true. Some of you guys might be already sort of, moving on from this person because of their choice. But knowing that, I don't know, this person has healing to do, but it's like there is some in denial about, the reality of the situation, because it's just like, yeah, like right now, maybe I don't fit, but in the future, we're going to come together. And they want to believe in this hope, because I feel like it helps them give them purpose, or give them more. Because I feel like before you, I do feel this person was aimless, hopeless, and maybe like not seeing their true value or their full worth, and spinning their wheels with maybe dead end situations or distractions or like empty relationships. And so they really want a chance with you. And if for those of you guys who resonate with, you cut this person out, it's like they will tell people like, yeah, I want a chance with pile number 2, but I want to make sure that the timing is right when we do connect again, and kind of keep it at that. But not that they screwed up, or that they were the reason it kind of didn't work, or how much they're relying on you, or that they need to heal any sort of self-confidence, or any of this stuff, But do they know that they messed up? They know that they chose poorly. They know that they didn't prioritize, and they know that, that they have deep feelings here of obsessive kind of love that might not be stemmed from heart space, but more from a codependence thing, and they do feel a lot of anxiety and fear around fucking up with you. It's like, I'm inactive. I don't pursue. I have doubts. I have anxiety. I think about you. I think about what it could be. And then I think about the conflict I might cause when I let you down, when I don't choose right, when I start to avoid things that I need to confront, when I make poor decisions, because I think the lot rode on them making wise decisions. And it's like, I need help in this. I feel there's a helplessness, again, coming through very strong. I know I'm repeating myself, but it's like, there's this part of their shadow that I don't know that they know how to heal or do anything with it, but I don't know. It's like, depending on your energy to help them progress past this hump, or this way of being, because this way of being has only created suffering and created distance between you and them, and made it apparent to them that they want something more for themselves, but they don't feel good enough to get there, or ready enough to get there, or know how to get there. So all of that soup energy that's all blended together is like, how do I pull the yarn and make sense of this thing? And And I do feel like for some of you guys, for a lot of you guys actually, like the people in their world is like, see this person as having more confidence about them. Maybe even in some cases, like being arrogant or like being like confident, you know, like being the guy or being the one that has their shit together. Like they don't show that they have a lack of confidence here, or like they don't care. So I'm cool guy. It's like, yeah, this is really coming through. It's like cool guys will say, yeah, now's not the time for me. Or, nah, I'm not prioritizing this at this point in time. I'm kind of seeing where it goes. I'm in control. You know, I think a lot of them are kind of saying this. It's like, oh yeah, now, you know, I'm still kind of, I don't know, being single, or I don't know, doing myself, finding myself, you know, I'm doing me. I'm figuring out what I want right now. That's what they say to people because it makes them look and appear more in control. Like they are confident enough to choose you if they want, and confident enough for them to just go fuck around when they, and I say fuck around more like burn tires, selfish decisions that are not leading anywhere except for burn and turn and distraction and superficialness. It's like, I choose that. And it's like, okay, yeah, you're choosing this, but this is the cause of why this isn't working. But they're not going to admit this or say this, but they know this inside of themselves. It's apparent. And if they could turn that over, they would, because they know this created a divide between you and this person, and they don't like this. And so if they could fix this part about them, they would, even on top of how they appear to other people. But they don't feel they could fix this, and they feel like they'd let you down. So, pile number 2. This is your reading. Oh my goodness. If you're called to another pile, I will see you there. I love you very much, and I will see you at the next one. Bye-bye. Hello, gorgeous angels. Pile number 3, you guys picked the labradorite peacock, which I absolutely love, 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 love. Love it. Reminds me of my childhood for some reason. I don't know why, but I think I used to have soap that looked like this. It's bringing up a memory. Interesting, because I haven't thought of that in forever, and I used to love it so much, but we couldn't use it because it was carved special. I think it was lavender. Anyway, don't know why I'm mentioning this, but what are we looking at? We're looking at the person you came here about. It could be anyone at all. And what it is that this person is saying to their family and their friends about you. Okay, so don't take words literally, because these words are going to pull through energetically for me to channel whatever they mean to me. Okay, unless, of course, they mean something to you to confirm it's your pile, but do not hang on every word as it shows up. And we will look at what this person is saying to people. If they're saying anything at all about you, what they would say or what they are saying. Okay, but it's important to use your own intuition to resonate whether this is your person or not. Okay, so pile number 3, person on their mind. What are they currently saying to people in their world about pile 3 and the connection between them and pile 3? What are they saying at this time, if anything at all? What are they saying? What would they say? Now we'll try to get whether it is something they are currently actively saying, or if they were pressed to say something, what they would answer, because I think there's a big difference between that. Okay. And it did come very clear in the other 2 piles. So Spirit, for pile number 3, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 3. What is pile 3's person saying to people around them in their world about pile 3 or this connection? What would they say? What are they saying? And why are they saying it? Do they believe it? Or are they just saying what they're saying here? Thank you so much, Spirit, for this message. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 3. Thank you so much, pile 3, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed to be here doing a reading. I realize you guys have a lot of readers you can go to, and so I am so grateful, so blessed. Spirit, please help me to channel this message in a way pile 3 will understand. Please protect this connection and pile 3 as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 3. As usual, this could certainly come reversed, meaning it's what you're saying. Okay? You can go check out another pile if that's the case. And finally, from this oracle pack, what is it that pile 3 is communicating or telling people about pile 3 in this connection? What are they saying? Okay. And we will pull some tarot as well. What is pile 3 communicating, saying about pile 3 in this connection? And why are they saying it? Okay. We have the sun. Wow, Leo energy. I feel one more spirit. What is pile number 3's person saying? I have my window open. I might need to close it if it gets too loud. And this is because it is so hot in here. I'm about to pass out. So we have the world. Oh my goodness. Let's cover up this world. And we have the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Leo, like I said. So 2 majors. And we have Page of Pentacles and the Tower in reverse. Okay. Interesting. We have waiting game. I've been slow to return, but maybe it's because I know you'll be waiting. And competition. I get intimidated and nervous knowing you get so much attention. And we have perfection. Number 1, compulsion, ideal, ego level. It says excellency, integrity, rigor, worth, honesty, righteousness. Type 1, the perfectionist, instinctive center between control and letting go. Number 1, feeling Mercury energy, which is Virgo, Gemini. I'm also feeling Aquarius, Fool energy, solitude. I'm taking a break from everyone and spending time alone. Okay. And we have 83 with integration, growth level. Number 4 and 2, hyper creativity. Accepting one's emotions, existing by oneself. Interesting with solitude. Originality, resourceful, standing out, and self-knowledge. Type 2, the helper, emotional center between giving and receiving. Fascinating. We have F-boy. Okay, remember what I said about not taking words literally, okay? So I will channel this. It says, I wasn't planning on having anything serious when we met, but I can't deny I'm falling for you. And we have breadcrumbing. And we have, I struggle with revealing my true feelings and emotions, but I love you more than you think. And we have, I hide my true desires for you. Very similar, these 2 cards. Let's move this over here. And we have trash. And we have, I'm trying to be someone you can trust. I want to see the trash. And we have, I'm always here for you. And we have, I know that we are spiritually connected. Okay. We have, I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. Interesting. We just finished spiritually connected. And I replay our conversations over and over. And I don't react when people mention you. And I remember every detail of that day. Okay. We have surprise feelings, which totally connects to I wasn't planning on having anything serious when we met, but I deny I'm falling for you with these surprise feelings. The Ace of Swords, Queen of Swords, 7, let me hold you. Yes. 7, I dream about you a lot, too much. 6, sex with you. And let me have you, number 7 again. 777. See what I tell you guys? I'm getting always so many 7s through my readings here. So 7 is all about faith, wisdom, reflection, and understanding. 7's chariot, Cancer energy, which is shadow integration and success. I am terrified. Number 9. Words do hurt. Definitely. Right beside yes. And we have, I want you to choose. Okay, this reading might surprise some of you guys. But let me tap into this, okay? Okie dokie. I feel it's very loud outside, eh? Hopefully it goes away, or else I'll have to close the window. What's going on here? I feel this is, a lot of you guys, this is your energy. And that's what I mean by you'll be surprised. Because I think you are thinking this is your person, and I don't feel it is at all. Okay? But you can assign who it is. This person feels like, because we're going to get into what it is that they're telling people. Okay, it will come through, but first we got to get a lay of the land. This person feels alone. And this person feels like you're in control of this connection in some way. And they do feel like you're not open. And they struggle here with how you've been engaged with them. For some of them, they do feel like you've breadcrumbed them. They might feel very not good, not valued, like they're just another option here. But they do understand that there's a truth in this connection, and that you're not being truthful with them about how you feel, or revealing to them the depths of something more here, because this person knows that there is something very spiritual here connected to you and this person. And so what's their energy? It's almost like you are nothing. I just want to sort of do my thing. I want to do my thing. And I don't know if you're this person who's just sort of out here playing games, playing games because I feel led by you, or like you're just taking everything so lightly. And for some of you guys, this person might feel like you're, like mistreating them, and you can engage with people here in a way that is a little bit superficial, or just it doesn't mean much to you, but it might mean something to them. And it's like you don't really care about how they feel, or you don't really care about how much you're invested here, if at all, because you're just sort of misusing their love for you or stringing them along here. And so what would this person say? I think this person is saying, if at all, to their friends, that it's like, I'd rather be alone here, and that I'm seeing the truth, and that I was experiencing this for a reason, so that I would understand and see clearly about people who value me, and people who can see me and treat me in a way that I deserve. And that pile 3 had a choice in front of them to be honest, and they clearly aren't choosing me, or at least they're not being honest with how they truly feel about this connection. And it's brought reality to me. And I feel like, even though I wish things might have developed or could move, it's like I feel seeing and understanding what this is more important to me. And I feel like this person feels like they weren't expecting to be so invested in you, and that you sort of overtook their emotions, and feelings for you sort of override their senses. And that this person thinks about you nonstop a lot here, but it's really brought them a reflection and understanding of themselves. For a lot of them, it might have brought them closer to their faith, closer to their spirituality. But it's like they're working on closing a chapter in their world. And while they close this chapter in their world, they have to sort of understand themselves in this connection and be very clear. And this is a process that they do on their own. It's like I can't get involved with anybody to distract me from this mission of seeing the truth, like clarity, truth, being enlightened, aligning myself with things that aren't necessarily fears or ego or this sort of thing that you made me feel, because I do feel like you made them feel like you weren't really treating them with respect, or like this connection was meaningful to you. And it's like, no matter what you were doing, this person is saying to people like they have always been there for you. And I do feel like this person says maybe in some future state, when pile number 3 gets their game together, we can make a go of it. But right now I'm really focused on the unhealthy parts of how I was engaged with pile 3, or allowing pile 3 to sort of mistreat me. And it's like I might, because for some of you guys, this person is in different stages. They're like, I still have to disassemble a lot of my beliefs and a lot of truths about what has happened between me and pile 3 that might be hard for me to accept before I could move on, or before I could explore something different and new. And so if the something different or new is pile 3, then pile 3 also needs to be very clear, and also needs to reach a state of enlightenment, and also needs to be aware of when they are sort of in an energy here that is not trustworthy or supportive. And also this person feels like there's things they might have done here that they wish they didn't. So it's like there's a part of their shadow, their ego, or their reactionary ways that might have been something they want to take back at some capacity, maybe like how they gave in, or how they bent, or how they reacted with you. Because for some of these people, they were really sort of pulled by passion, or pulled by lust, or pulled by ego. And so I feel like this person would answer people who'd ask them, do they have feelings or have had feelings for you? They would not deny it. They would say yes. And they would say that pile number 3 has been giving bare minimum. And that despite pile 3 giving bare minimum, this person is having a lot of pull and dreams and thoughts and sign symbol synchronicities and guidance from the divine here that's very spiritual, towards understanding something greater about themselves and closing out phases in their world that were not very healthy, or didn't allow them to see their truest essence. And that's greater than this connection. And so I do feel like this person is understanding their truest emotions. And they're also feeling like you are having to understand your own emotions without avoiding or denying or suppressing. This person feels like they've had to compete for your attention or your time. Some of them might think you're in a third party, or that you just, again, have a lot of people and you're sort of not taking them seriously. And it's like you want to experience that before you come forward, or you want to run the game before you commit, And I feel like this person is saying, like, they want to wrap up where they are subjugating themselves to feeling less than, or feeling like they want to wait here for someone to get their act together because it's degrading in some way here, but that they feel like they have a soft spot here and wanting to show up for you. And at some point in some capacity, this person's ego comes through as wanting you at all costs. Wanting you in their world, wanting you to prioritize them, wanting you physically, wanting you to want them. There's a lot of passion and pull towards you sexually, physically, but I feel it's egoically as well. And I feel like this person is identifying the ego that is trying to pull at them. And this is what they're coming to understand. And so I feel like this person is learning about boundaries. This person is learning about seeing through their own way. And I do feel like this person, is doing a lot of hermit work when it comes to understanding themselves and why they act the way they act around you, when it clearly doesn't seem to be reflective of somebody who is appreciating this person. And I do feel like this person does put you on a level here where they're seeing you through rose-colored glasses, or have for some time. Like you're the ideal, or you're someone here that would fulfill them, check a box for them or make them feel a certain way. And it's like, to get you, I'd have to win you over. And it's like, you're not prioritizing me, and I'd have to win you. I'd have to be something more. I'd have to do all these things. And it's like, I'm realizing like all the things that I've been doing, or that you've been making me feel I had to do, was just kind of making me feel less than, and not making me feel good. But instead of saying you're treating me poorly, it's like understanding I'm the one sort of choosing to sell myself out, by sticking around here or being breadcrumbed or not getting enough. And so I remember that detail of every day. I feel like this person is talking about really being shown a mirror here clearly about something that you did that made the rose-colored glasses fall off, or the reality come true, that you're maybe not feeling the same way they do, or that they deserve something that's going to reflect back to them something of value, not make them feel bad. And so that keeps creeping in here, and it gives this person more power to hold boundaries or close something out here that was unhealthy. But the fact that we have, I don't react when people mention you, I feel like this person is actively trying to get over you. Like, not to pull the wool over your eyes, but to like get over this experience. Like, they want to heal. They want to connect more to themselves spiritually. They want success in their world. They want to close this chapter. They no longer want to be pulled by you sexually, physically, energetically, used by you, abused by you, or settling for your breadcrumbs, which for them is like demeaning or doesn't make them feel good. And it's like, I got to be honest with what's happened or how pile one is treating me, and accept the fact that this is what's happening here. And so I don't feel this person would be bitter, and I don't feel this person is talking trash so much as I feel this person is working with the divine and grateful for the fact that they've been shown the light of themselves. Like, why was I settling? Why was I always there for pile three when pile three was not being honest or upfront or really minimal? And where I had to compete for pile three, like time and time again. And they kept proving to me, and maybe once too many, they chose someone else, or they put me out where I needed support or needed to feel safe. I got let down. And also what's coming through is, if you guys have had physical sex with this person, that this also runs through their everyday. Like, they'll see your face, or they'll see a situation in a movie, a song, a thing that reminds them of an experience with you. And it's like, I don't want to be pulled back by that obsession or that thought. And so they try to, shift out of it. But how they would answer people is like, I wish pile three would choose me. I wish pile three felt the same way. I wish pile three didn't treat me like this. I wish I didn't have to compete for pile three's time. I wish I knew whether I was serious for pile three, or if they're just wanting to screw around, whether they're trustworthy or not. And I do wish that I could focus on myself better without being impeded by pile three sort of, pulling at me or contorting me in any way, that I was cognizant of my own ego and aware of my own self-sabotage. And they would also say that they know that there's something more here between you and them, and that this point in time is about healing, and that when they're healed, they would hope that you would heal a part of yourself as well, and that potentially there would be a coming together at some point, but only if you were able to accept your own emotions, and that things would be more aligned to ideal rather than this dynamic, which they are identifying isn't working here. And so I do feel like this person would want to physically sort of connect with you. And I think it's like a sort of a thing here that they're really learning about boundaries here, but they want to show sympathy and they want to connect with you. And then, but the ego here also wants to attain and desire some outcome, but it's like them getting in front of this, So I feel like this person is scared of losing you out of their life when they close a chapter and heal. I feel they're very terrified about, what does the divine have in store for them? Because if not you, then who? And I feel like this person is also terrified of the feelings they have for you that has this much control. And so they're telling people like, I don't think they're talking about how much power you have over them, but it's like, I'm terrified of the way I engage. I'm terrified that pile 3 hasn't chosen me and I'm still having to, lay boundaries or like deconstruct certain parts of myself. And I feel like they're also saying like how pile 3 has behaved, but also what pile 3 has maybe said in way of energy to me by reflecting back to me a certain thing. It's created pain that I need to overcome. And so I remember every detail of that day, and words do hurt. I feel for a lot of you guys, if you guys are in separation, it was the last conversation you had with this person that did it, that made them take off their rose-colored glasses, that said, you know what, pile 3 is breadcrumbing, or pile 3 is just, I don't know, doing something here because whatever pile 3 said to me in our last interaction made me realize something that I keep replaying or seeing that I can't undo. And so this person is telling their friends, I replay our conversations over and over. I think this person isn't talking about you much. They'd rather not. But if they were to get probed about this, they would talk about why things broke up and that you hurt them and that they hurt themselves by trusting themselves to be open to being abused in some way. And I'll use abuse, okay, but use it however it fits. And that they wish that you would have chose them and acted accordingly or did something different. But the fact remains that because you didn't, it's revealed some truth about them. And it's made them really want to go inwards and review themselves and look at their own self-sabotaging ways of being self-sacrificing and the greater truths than this connection that needs to be seen and understood as a result of this connection. And so they're grateful to experience this, but it's more of the spiritual lesson, bringing them back to self, raising their bar. And so this is what they're grateful for. It's like, I'm raising my bar. I'm seeing my value. I'm understanding where I might be toxic or needy or codependent on relationship. And I don't want that stuff. And so I need to be alone or figure out on my own how to overcome this. So this is what I see. Pile number 3, like I said, for a lot of you guys, it's you. And I do love you guys very much. I hope this helped you guys, and I will see you at the next one. Bye-bye. Welcome to the disclaimer. Don't get fooled by people scamming you in the comments section. If you're interested in a private reading, all my contact information is in the description box. And there you will find my website. And that is only through my website can you book private readings at this time. And for those of you guys new to the tarot, tarot does not predict your future. Tarot is not set in stone. Tarot is reflecting back to you a state of consciousness that is something you can either resonate with or not. And so it's very important that you are in tune with your intuition so that you know whether the pile you're picking, the information coming through, is reflecting back to you your own intuition, state of consciousness, your subconscious. And this will be the best way for you to know that the message is indeed meant for you. So if your intuition is not clear or it's cloudy, then you might be tapping into the wrong pile, or information might be coming through that is not dictating whatever your circumstance situation is. So it is important that you work with the divine to develop your intuition. Best way is to sit through the card layout, which I do include with most of my readings, where you can ask the divine to come up with what you'll see, feel, or hear to determine whether the pile makes sense for you. And so you can ask the divine to show you those signs, symbols, synchronicities, either throughout your dreams or throughout your day, and certainly throughout the reading, so that you can be assured that the messages you're tapping into are the right messages for you. If you are drawn to multiple piles with the pick a card readings, listen to your intuition. A lot of times energy is interconnected, and in this channel, a lot of times all my piles could be interconnected. So do not feel obligated to only select one or all or none. It is definitely up to you and your intuition. If you are in a pile and it is not resonating, there is no need to continue listening to that pile. If it doesn't resonate, sometimes it gives us perspective so that we know what is resonating for us. So even piles that do not resonate could provide some insight. Keep in mind that if you have strong energy in your presence, other people, situations, that could be quite heavy energetically or strong energetically, spiritually heavy, those might pull through the pile. So it might not be your energy that I'm picking up, but your situation, your circumstance, or people that you're dealing with. It's up to you to keep an open mind in regards to what it is that I'm connecting to, if it is resonating to your story. Do not take any messages that don't belong to you. There will be specific messages that come through for certain individuals, even though the pile might be your pile, but the specific message does not connect to you. Do not take those messages. Only take the ones that resonate for you. It should be the overall energy in that pile that is resonating to your story. It is the gist of that energy that should be overall the story or the energy of the situation, circumstance, or the person that I'm tapping into. If you are unprepared to listen to difficult messages, messages that offer healing, messages that might provide someone else's perspective that we're not quite ready to listen to, it might be a good time to come back when we're fully healed or prepared to listen to messages. My commitment to you is to read the cards with transparency and as much compassion as I can. It is difficult for me to provide you with any guidance in the comments section without knowing your specific situation. A lot of times the piles do come reversed and they might not match the exact description of the reading. And although I am posting the description of that reading, my intention is to always deliver that in which the description talks about. But sometimes spirit comes through with the mere reflection of either something objectively pulling through, some guidance pulling through, or something completely unrelated. And that is not up to me, and I certainly don't select what comes through. But Spirit knows when you will click on whichever video in order for you to hear the messages that are being pulled through. It might just be for one person, and that one person was needing to hear it. So if you are frustrated with that, it's early to tell in a reading whether it is resonating or not, especially if we've sat through the card layout. Again, do not feel obligated to take any messages that aren't for you. You can certainly switch your own situation, circumstance, or energy based on the reading you get. So if a reading does resonate, but you want a different outcome, then utilize the reading in order for you to make conscious choices, different decisions, guide the energy in a specific way that you want it to go. This is why we utilize the tarot and the oracle cards in order for us to be conscious of the energy and make shifts. Energy shifts very fast, and it is formless, and it is not time bound, meaning I could be tapping into present, future, or past situations. If an energy feels like it's an old energy, it's past, you might want to go check out another pile. There could be one that's talking to your current situation, or we could be looking at a future state of consciousness. These readings might not make any sense to you at the time because it is beyond your level of comprehension. You might want to come back to these readings at a later date. That's why all these readings are timeless unless otherwise stated. And so, as I mentioned, It is up to you, depending on when you click on the reading, to know whether it is useful information to help guide you. All of my readings offer a level of healing, whether it is understanding someone else's perspective, if it is understanding our own perspective, tapping into subconscious energies, or looking at objective situations from the point of view of the creator. All information helps us to put the pieces of the puzzle together so that we can make better decisions when we're involved with difficult or challenging people or circumstances. This is the reason I do the tarot. I do not do the tarot so that we can dwell in hurts and in pain. So if we're suffering, we're allowed to feel how we feel. Pain is inevitable. We all suffer from pain, but the suffering is certainly up to us. And my mission is that we release suffering. Undue suffering does not need to persist. If we choose to suffer, it is because we're making a decision to stay in the suffering. The choice is always ours to get out of suffering. And so sometimes we don't like to hear what it is that's being communicated because it might release us or relieve us from stories, from comfort zones, from pains and clutches that we've used in the past in order for us to feel safe, in order for us to remain in our comfort zone. And as I mentioned, healing isn't always easy. So it is sometimes very difficult for us to acknowledge truths because sometimes a comforting lie is what we choose to believe in. I do not feed comforting lies. I will not read information or readings here that provide you a level of comfort and water the truth down. I don't want you to leave here feeling a false sense of security, but I do want you to leave with a sense that I justified your own intuition, your own energy and suspicion, or whatever you were wanting to confirm with the divine. I also want to make mention that I am not everybody's reader. So at times my voice is annoying, even to myself. And sometimes I deliver messages that aren't quite as concise as they can be. Spirit knows which words I will use in order to channel the information that my soul tribe, the people being drawn to the reading, need to hear. So those words are crafted by the design. I don't spend a whole bunch of time trying to analyze. I do know when it feels right, and I do know that sometimes it's a struggle to come up with a word that can define energy. Energy is not words. Energy can't fit into words. And so sometimes these readings could be a lot of repeating the same thing as I'm trying to find the right word. And if you've tried channeling, you'll notice that a lot of people who channel, they do repeat a lot of words until the right word comes through. Sometimes readings, unfortunately, don't make sense until the very end. And we might go down one path only to find that the answer was something else, or that the reading was something else completely. I don't intend this. Some days my channeling is very strong, and other days it is difficult for me to follow. And sometimes, if it is difficult for me to follow, it can make complete sense on your end, but the delivery on my end might sound a little chaotic or confused because I don't understand everyone's situation and circumstance. Keep in mind, these are general readings, and these readings touch a lot of people, a lot of viewers. If you don't connect with my style, if you don't connect with the readings, then I do suggest you go find another reader. There's many on YouTube. And it could just be the reading or the pile wasn't your fit. So you might want to try another reading from my playlist. And I do hope you guys stay. And I do hope to connect with you guys. I do read all your comments. I do try to reach out to you guys, all of you guys. And if I don't, rest assured, I do see your comments. And I send so much love to you guys. I appreciate you guys very much. And I'm so honored to do this journey with you guys. Bless you and God bless.